Imagine a place so remote, it's nearly forgotten by the world, Nauru. This tiny Pacific island is the world's smallest island nation and the least visited country on Earth. Its isolation is profound. Few outsiders ever arrive and its mysteries run deep. But Nauru also holds a troubling record. It's the most obese country in the world. Once, Nauru was among the richest nations per capita, but that wealth came at a devastating cost. The island's story is a lesson in what happens when natural resources are stripped away and traditional life is lost. Walk through Nauru and you'll see both the stunning Pacific beauty and the scars of its past. The island's interior, once lush, is now a barren landscape of limestone pinnacles, remnants of decades of mining. The people of Nauru are resilient, facing daily struggles and an uncertain future as the sea rises and resources dwindle. This journey isn't just about a forgotten place, it's about the human spirit's endurance. Nauru is both beautiful and broken, its people still finding reasons to hope. Their story is rarely told, but it deserves to be heard. Beyond the statistics are real lives, shaped by history and hardship. Nauru asks us to look deeper, to see the humanity on this lonely island at the edge of the world. It's a place of contradictions, where hope persists amid adversity. And it's a story that matters to us all. Nauru sits in the heart of Micronesia, surrounded by endless Pacific waters. Its nearest neighbor is 300 kilometers away. Australia is over 4,000 kilometers distant. This isolation shapes every aspect of life here. Few have heard of Nauru, and even fewer visit. Getting here is an adventure. Nauru Airlines connects the island to a handful of destinations, but flights are rare and expensive. The island is tiny, just 21 square kilometers, encircled by a single road. You can drive around the whole country in under 30 minutes. With no rivers, mountains, or natural harbors, resources are scarce and life is close-knit. The ocean is both a provider and a barrier, giving fish but keeping the world at bay. Growing up here means knowing the nearest city is a costly plane ride away. The sea is a constant presence, shaping dreams and daily life. Everything feels finite: land, resources, opportunities. For Nauruans, isolation is simply reality. The rhythm of the ocean is the rhythm of life. On this forgotten speck, community and resilience are everything. In Nauru, family is the foundation of society. Large extended families live close, sharing food, work, and support. When times are tough, it's family that gets you through. Community events, birthdays, weddings, holidays bring everyone together with food, music, and laughter. Australian rules football is the national sport, uniting the island on weekends. Old traditions endure. Fishing skills are passed down, and frigate bird catching remains a unique practice. These customs connect Nauruans to their ancestors and the island's past. Yet modern life brings change. Young people dream of opportunities beyond the island, and the internet connects them to the world. There's tension between tradition and modernity, but the heartbeat of community remains strong. The challenge is to balance heritage with the realities of today. Nauru's strength lies in its close bonds and adaptability. Even as the world changes, the spirit of family endures. To understand Nauru, you must know its phosphate story. Once a lush paradise, the island changed forever when phosphate, ancient bird droppings turned fertilizer, was discovered. Foreign companies stripped the land, leaving behind a barren moonscape. 80% of Nauru became uninhabitable, its forests gone. After independence in 1968, Nauruans controlled the mines and briefly became some of the world's wealthiest people. There were no taxes and life was easy. Free healthcare, education, and global travel. But the phosphate was finite. As it ran out, so did the wealth. The land was ruined, unable to support agriculture or wildlife. Dependency on imports replaced self-sufficiency. The phosphate boom brought prosperity, but at a terrible environmental and social cost. Today, the jagged limestone pinnacles are a stark reminder of what was lost. Nauru's fortune was built on a resource that couldn't last. The legacy of phosphate is a cautionary tale etched into the island's very stone. It's a story of riches gained and everything else lost. Nauru's wealth from phosphate was staggering. The government invested globally, airlines, real estate, even a London musical. Life was easy, services were free, and the future seemed secure. But poor investments and mismanagement drained the trust fund. As phosphate dwindled, the economy collapsed almost overnight. Free healthcare and education vanished. Unemployment soared. the country turned to controversial solutions, tax havens, money laundering, and hosting Australia's asylum seeker center. Today, Nauru's economy is fragile and dependent on foreign aid. Opportunities are scarce, and the government is the main employer. The island's rise and fall is a warning about relying on a single resource. Nauruans now struggle to rebuild on the ruins of past wealth. Their story is a lesson in the dangers of short-term gain. Nauru faces a health crisis like no other. It has the world's highest obesity rate, over 70% of the population. Diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure are rampant. Life expectancy is far below neighboring countries. The roots of this crisis lie in the island's history. Before the phosphate boom, Nauruans lived active lives, eating fresh fish, coconuts, and root vegetables. With wealth, traditional foods vanished, replaced by imported, processed, high-calorie foods. Physical activity declined as cars and convenience took over. The result, a perfect storm for obesity and chronic disease. Some scientists believe genetics play a role, but the main culprit is the dramatic lifestyle shift. The health crisis is a tragic legacy of prosperity turned sour. Nauru's struggle is a warning for the world. The cost of progress can be measured in lives. Walk into a Nauruan store and you'll see shelves packed with imported processed foods, canned meat, instant noodles, sugary drinks. These foods are cheap, long-lasting, and now central to daily life. Since mining destroyed farmland, Nauru can't feed itself. Imports are a lifeline. But the very foods that keep people alive are fueling the health crisis. Efforts to grow vegetables and promote healthy eating exist, but fresh produce is expensive and rare. Changing habits is hard when unhealthy options are all most can afford. The island's dependence on imports is a constant vulnerability. Any disruption in shipping could mean shortages overnight. Nauruans yearn for the self-sufficiency of the past, but the land is gone. They're trapped by choices made during years of plenty. The food paradox is a daily struggle, survival versus health. It's a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can turn. Nauru's diet tells the story of a nation caught in a trap. For the rare traveler, Nauru is unlike anywhere else. There are no resorts or tours, just raw, authentic island life. The water glows turquoise, then drops into the deep Pacific blue. You can circle the island in half an hour, passing villages and relics of the phosphate era. Japanese voodoo guns hide in the vegetation, silent witnesses to history. The moonscape of topside is haunting, barren limestone pinnacles where forests once stood. But Nauru's true beauty is its people, warm, welcoming, and proud. Visitors are greeted with curiosity and kindness, often invited to share a meal or a story. Spending time with locals reveals a community defined by resilience and hope. The island's struggles are real, but so is its spirit. Nauru challenges your ideas of wealth and survival. You leave with a new perspective and deep respect for its people. In this forgotten corner, humanity endures. Nauru's story is a quiet tragedy, too often ignored. Behind the statistics are real people with dreams and histories. Their island is a symbol of what happens when the environment and culture are sacrificed for short-term gain. Nauru faces challenges: environmental destruction, health crises, economic dependency that echo across the globe. The world shares responsibility. Our farms were built on their phosphate. Our goods fill their stores. We can start by learning and sharing their story, challenging simple narratives, and supporting sustainable development. Most of all, we must cultivate empathy, seeing Nauruans as fellow humans, not just statistics. Let Nauru remind us that every place has a story worth hearing. True wealth is found in healthy people and a thriving environment. Their future and ours depends on understanding, not forgetting, this island at the edge of the world.